Happens next May 15th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And what a difference from yesterday morning at this time.
Yeah, we're talking about higher humidity, sunshine, 80s. Today, the summer weather comes to an end. We're looking at maybe April-like weather. So we go back a few months for today. But heading out the door this morning, what can you expect? Well, as I just showed you with those rain showers, that's pretty much the story for today. We've got rain, we've got clouds, we've got slightly cooler weather. Temperatures not too bad to start, though. In the upper 50s, light rain across much of the region. And a live look at the view from downtown Utica on our Nexus camera. We've got mainly damp conditions with light rain falling over much of the area. Light to moderate rainfall, I should add. Now, the radar, you can see here as low pressure arrives from the southwest, it's dragging in some more rain showers, and you can look to the south and see a lot more widespread activity. And this will continue to push more north and more east throughout the day. So for the morning and early afternoon, I would say a bit of a washout. We've got steady rainfall for much of the early half of today. But the second half of the day, the rain will eventually taper off a little bit, maybe some lingering drizzle here and there, but most of the activity will come to an end. Temperatures today will climb into the low to mid 60s. And then following that, we've got warmer temperatures ahead, plus an update on that weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. At least 8 people are dead and dozens of others.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. The time now is 5:13. Happy Wednesday, everyone. We're taking a look at those road conditions out there this morning as you get set to head out the door. First off, on our traffic flow tracker, we have 2 accidents to report here in central New York. First one, zooming in to Route 233 right along Eureka Road. Looks to be a crash along the intersection. That was reported right around 4:30 this morning. We think the update should end around 5:30, but of course we'll provide you with updates on this coming up within the next hour. Zooming out, our next accident to report is going to be along the entry or exit ramp just off of Route 12 eastbound from Putnam Road. So again, looks to be an accident right there along the exit ramp off of Route 12. But besides that, things are looking pretty quiet here in central New York. But a reminder, though, we had some questions coming in regarding why the detour for Route 28 is so long. It's basically what the DOT has been mentioning, that these roads can handle a lot more traffic compared to other side roads, which is why the detour goes all the way out to Route 167 and then back out to Route 168. So that's the reason for the detour. Again, it's in place for the next few weeks. We're going to talk about the weather that we're going to be seeing for today, as well as the next few heading into the weekend and that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thank you. The Department of Justice says that Boeing violated a 2021 deferred prosecution agreement.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. Unfortunately, the summer-like weather does not continue today. It was short-lived, and in the wake of a frontal boundary and low pressure, here comes some more rain. Taking a live look outside from our camera in Oneonta, atop Hartwick College. Well, a much different story compared to yesterday morning, where we saw a very beautiful sunrise. The temperature is similar, though, in the mid-50s, so a mild start to the day today. And in some spots, already in the low 60s, 60 degrees in Westernville, 58 in Westmoreland, 59 approaching 60 in Little Falls, 53 up in Long Lake. To the south, 57 Hamilton, 56 in Cooperstown, and 57 degrees down in Unadilla along I-88. In a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at live radar, we are seeing the arrival of widespread rain from the south, which will bring today into a overall damp morning and afternoon. But by this evening, the rain showers will be a little bit less widespread and a little bit more scattered and lighter. So the next dozen or so hours, a bit of a washout for the morning, early afternoon, but will turn to cloudy skies and just a few spotty showers as we approach the late evening between 5 and 6 p.m. But how does the rain shape up for the rest of the work week and of the weekend? Well, for starters, today, pretty much a washout, at least for the start of the day. Thursday, rain showers are possible, but they will be isolated. And Friday, looking completely dry. Saturday, rain possible, but the good news is that is also trending more dry. So if we get our luck on the right side, we could be seeing a more dry weekend than we've seen in the past few. But how about the coverage? Well, widespread rain today, isolated shower tomorrow, completely dry Friday. But if we do see rain Saturday, even if it's a light, it will be more on the widespread side. Bigger picture, radar and satellite showing that low pressure lifting up from the south. And as we head into today, again, the rain looks pretty widespread. But by this evening, we will see these showers become a little bit less widespread and just spotty and light in nature. Then mostly cloudy skies tonight. By tomorrow, looking at partly cloudy skies, isolated shower, temperatures in the low to mid 70s. So a pretty nice day tomorrow. And same thing for Friday too. A few passing clouds, but other than that, we got 70s and dry weather as we head into the final days of the work week. For today though, high 65, a mix of rain and clouds tonight. A low 54 under mostly cloudy skies. Your 7-day forecast. 75 the high tomorrow, 76 the high on Friday, upper 60s, low 70s Saturday with some light rain, but again, it is trending more dry. Sunday also looking more dry as well, so I hope we get a dry weekend. I really hope so. The streak has gone far too long with rainy Saturdays.
You're not the only one who's hoping, that's for sure. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:22. Still ahead.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore, and as you can see, the low-lying clouds will be persisting for a while this morning.
Yeah, that's right. Along with the clouds, also some rain showers. So if you're heading out this morning, use those windshield wipers. Also grab that umbrella, too. It's going to be a bit of a rainy one for this morning and this afternoon. But what you can expect for the rest of this evening, well, is take a look outside right now. First off, what we can expect across the region, 50s and light rain. So again, it's a similar start temperature-wise to yesterday with light rain, which is being the difference maker right there. But let's take a live look at downtown Utica. Damp conditions, light to moderate rainfall falling over some of the region. The majority of that rain is actually mainly south and east of Utica as low pressure arrives from the south. Now the rain will turn more widespread throughout the late morning and early afternoon. But as we approach the evening, the rain lightens up a little bit. This will be mainly a washout for the start of today with coverage a little bit less by the evening. Regardless, temperatures climbing into the mid 60s, so we're not looking at near 80-degree temperatures like we saw yesterday. But we have warmer temperatures on the way for tomorrow and Friday, along with drier weather, plus what you can expect for the weekend in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Day 17 of the Trump.
Good morning. Welcome back. We are looking at how the morning is shaping up, and so far, well, a bit different than yesterday. We've got 60s for highs and widespread rain moving in from the south this morning. So a lot more rainy in areas south near Cooperstown, Oneonta. A bit less rainy as you head out to Rome with just some cloudy skies, but these rain showers will gradually shift more and more north throughout the morning and eventually early afternoon. But the rain will taper off a little bit by the evening as this system departs out to the east. But regardless, temperatures similar to yesterday in the upper 50s, 59 degrees in Whitesboro, 58 Hessville, 56 degrees in Cooperstown. And besides the mild start, we're looking at a warming trend as we head into the next few days. But finally, showcasing our photo of the day on this Wednesday, we are looking at a very funny photo that I couldn't refuse showing here on Sunrise. For those of you that have tuned in a few weeks ago, we looked at a photo of a quack on the roof. This one, just a goose on the roof, so it does kind of rhyme a little bit too. So hilarious shot right here. Thank you to whoever submitted this one. Also, you can see the spring conditions in the background, the blossoms there, taken in Rome. And if you want to submit a photo like this one, whether it's funny or whether it's showing beauty in central New York, send it to the link on top of your screen, WKTV.com/weather/pics. Gary?
Eric, thank you. Basketball sensation Kate.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Yesterday, very summer-like. Today, I would say early spring-like, more April-like weather here in central New York. A live look at Oneonta right now. It's in the 50s at this point. Not too bad of a start with rain showers moving through the region. And look at those current temperatures across a lot of central New York. Upper 50s, eclipsing the 60-degree mark in some locations. 60 in Westernville, 54 up in Little Lowville, 52 Inlet, 58 degrees in Little Falls. To the south, 58 degrees in Sherburne, 55 Oneonta, and 56 in Cooperstown. In a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, we are seeing these widespread showers gradually lift more and more northward throughout the next few hours. And what to expect over the next dozen or so hours? Well, we're talking about rain showers, a bit of a washout for the start of today. But by the late afternoon, early evening, 5, 6, 7 p.m., we could see things dry out a little bit with just a few scattered spotty light showers around the region. Regarding rainfall, well, it's obviously likely today. It's currently raining in a lot of the region. Tomorrow, though, it's going to be possible in some spots. More on that in just a second. On Friday, looking entirely dry, and then on Saturday, we are trending dry for now, but we can't rule out the showers just yet. Now, the coverage area will be widespread for today, isolated shower tomorrow. It's looking to be mainly dry, but we can't rule out a shower just yet. Again, dry for Friday. If we do see any rainfall on Saturday, even though it's light, it will be on the widespread coverage side. Radar and satellite showing low pressure entering our area from the south. This will bring rain to a lot of the region. And you can see here right around noontime, this is the look at what we can expect with coverage. And by the evening, notice how the rain is a lot less active. We've got just mainly cloudy skies and a few lingering light showers. Then overnight into early tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies give way to partly cloudy skies for the start of your Thursday. And overall, not too bad of a day. Low to mid 70s, dry weather, clear skies as we head into Thursday night. And then for Friday, a mix of sun and clouds, temperatures in the 70s, and overall a pretty dry day. So a nice stretch to wrap up the work week. For today, though, high 65 degrees. A mix of rain and clouds. By tonight, a low 54 with mostly cloudy skies. Your 7-day forecast. Warmer the next few days, Thursday and Friday. Saturday, a little bit of a cool down, but based off the latest trends, Saturday is looking to be a little bit more dry. I'm not ruling out a shower just yet, but just to be on the safe side. But for now, Sunday also looking dry. If we can get a full weekend of dry weather, Gary, I don't know what I'd do. It's been so long since we had a weekend of dry weather, so hopefully that sticks around.
Let's hope. Eric, thanks. Culture wars are playing out in small-town America.
The news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
With a little bad luck. I think it's bad luck to open an umbrella inside.
Well, you can see it's raining out there right now. It's raining in the studio, so I'll give you give you some coverage right now. It is raining out there this morning, a bit of a rainy commute as you head out the door. But following that, we are tracking drier weather and warmer temperatures following today. So you got to get through today and this afternoon. But a live look outside on your forecast right here on News Channel 2 at sunrise. We've got pretty much mild conditions similar to yesterday. Current temperature 59 degrees at Griffiths and Rome. And a live look at downtown Utica. It's damp out there with some light rain falling. And in areas north, near Rome, Boonville, Old Ford, just some spotty light rain here and there. But to the south and east of Utica is where the widespread rain is currently taking place. And this rain will eventually move more north and east throughout the late morning and early afternoon. But for today, though, I would say a bit of a washout for a lot of the regions for the start of today. However, by this evening, rain coverage will be a bit less widespread and we'll be under mostly cloudy skies, a few light rain showers here and there. As I mentioned, following today, we're going to have a nice stretch to wrap up the work week with mainly dry weather and warmer temperatures, plus some updates on that weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. It is currently 6:13, and we are going to take a look at your Munson Commutecast for drive conditions, any accidents to report. As a matter of fact, we do have one new accident to report. The last two that were on our traffic tracker in the past hour have since been discontinued. We do have one right along Route 20 near Osborne Avenue, right near Sanger Field. There's a crash right there as well. So that's the only crash to report on our traffic tracker, but I want to do another return reminder of that detour along Route 28 because we did have some questions coming in regarding why is the detour so long. It goes all the way out to Jordanville, all the way out to 167 and the intersection of 167 and 168. The reason for it is, yes, back roads are possible detours, but this is to handle higher traffic loads heading down through Jordanville along Jordanville Road, then 167, then 168. Again, local traffic can go through this area all the way up to that bridge in German Flats where the repair work is being done. And again, this detour is going to last only a few more weeks. So again, today, regarding weather, well, we have light rain moving through the region this morning. This shouldn't impact the commute too much, aside from needing that windshield wiper and grabbing an umbrella as you head out the door. But following this morning, rain showers still looking a bit widespread, but then by this evening, those rain conditions become a bit less widespread and more scattered, mainly on the lighter side as well under mostly cloudy skies. But the good news is that following today, we are tracking drier and warmer weather. We're going to talk about those conditions in that full forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Department of Justice says that Boeing...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. We turn from July-like weather back to late April-like weather with rain arriving and temperatures struggling to reach the mid-60s. A live look across the Utica region. Well, it's hard to see the Utica region with low-lying clouds and rain showers up here in our Cavity Tower camera on Smith Hill and Deerfield. And the temperatures across the region, not too bad of a start. Upper 50s, low 60s. We got 54 in Lowellville, 59 in Westmoreland, 61 in Westernville, the warmest temperature so far, 56 Lake Pleasant, and 58 in Dolgeville. To the south, 58 degrees in Sherburne, 56 in Cooperstown, and 55 degrees in Oneonta. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We are tracking widespread rain showers, primarily south and east of Utica. And this is from a low pressure from the south, which will gradually shift more and more northward throughout the morning and early afternoon. So we're talking about pretty much a washout for the start of your Wednesday, but things will trend a little bit more dry as we head into the evening. As we take a look at the next dozen or so hours, widespread rainfall for the morning, early afternoon, but then cloudy skies with just some lingering patchy drizzle for the remainder of the day. Then, as we turn our attention to Thursday, an isolated shower as that frontal boundary weakens. Not anything too major, though. Then on Friday, looking to be the driest day so far for the next few. Rain returns on Saturday, but it is trending more and more dry. I want to get a bit more data coming before I confirm that we're going to be largely clear of the rain showers. But for now, again, just letting you know that it's looking a bit less like a washout and more so just like clouds with maybe a few spritzy rain showers. Again, today, widespread rain, isolated pop-up shower possible Thursday, dry on Friday, but even if we do see some patchy drizzle Saturday, it still will be more on the coverage of widespread. Radar and satellite showing low pressure arriving from the south, and again, this will keep things a bit unsettled for most of the day today. Here's that widespread rain. It gradually shifts more and more north throughout the morning and early afternoon, but then it'll start to taper off by the evening. Just cloudy skies and maybe a few spritzy rain showers here and there. Mostly cloudy tonight. Clouds will occur a little bit by tomorrow morning, and then Thursday, not looking too bad. Pop-up shower possible north and west. Sunshine moving in by the late evening, and then clear skies overnight, and not too bad of a day on Friday as well. For today, though, high 65 degrees, a mix of rain and clouds. For tonight, a low of 54 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Your 7-day forecast. 70s the next few days, upper 60s on Wednesday. It's trending drier, but so far can't rule out a light shower. Dry on Sunday, high is 71, and the warm temperatures continue into next week. Gary?
Happy spring.
Happy spring. Almost summer.
Today is Wednesday, May 15th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore, along with Mary Poppins over here, right?
Spinning my umbrella a little bit right there, and we got a rainy forecast for today. It's a rainy start, rainy afternoon, damp evening, not nearly as rainy, but the whole point is it's not sunny like yesterday. It's not summer-like. We're turning back to April, going back a few months.
We're paying back.
Yeah, paying back. But outside there this morning, we've got temperatures still in the 50s, so not too bad of a start as we take a look at your forecast here at News Channel 2 at sunrise. Again, 59-degree start to your day with light rain at Griffis and Rome, and for much of the region, a similar story, although rain showers a bit more moderate in areas south and east of Utica. And take a live look at downtown Utica, by the way. Again, it is pretty damp out there. And the radar is showing rain shower coverage starting to move more and more north. We mentioned that it was primarily south and east of Utica over the first hour and a half of News Channel 2 at sunrise, but low pressure continues northward, so we'll start to see more and more of this rain shift into the northern portions of central New York. For today, though, again, it's a rainy one. Washout for the start and middle of today. If we're lucky by this evening, the rain will taper off for the most part. We're under mostly cloudy skies and just a few spotty light showers here and there. But following today, we've got good news regarding dry weather for tomorrow and Friday, and an update on that weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Day 17 of the...
Good morning. Today, however, is shaping up to be on the rainy side. And as we take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, we're looking at some rain showers primarily south and east of Utica as low pressure gradually drives up the northeastern coast. And over the next 6 or so hours, this rain will become a bit more widespread, surging more and more north into pretty much all of our central New York region. But as we approach the evening, things will eventually dry up, at least for the most part. Some lingering rain showers could still remain. Temperatures this morning are pretty mild in the 50s, 59 Whitesboro, 53 degrees in Inlet, 58 in Little Falls, and 56 down in Earlville. And lastly, showcasing our photo of the day on this Wednesday, a few weeks ago, Ben Kinney filled in the morning show, and we made a joke about a duck or a quack on the roof for a duck. And how about this one? A goose on the roof. This one taken in Rome. Hilarious shot right there. If you want to submit a photo that maybe could give someone a chuckle in the morning, or just overall a nice photo of the weather or any conditions here in central New York, send the link on top of your screen, wktv.com/weather/pics. Gary?
Thank you. Basketball sensation Caitlin Clark made her WNBA debut last night with the...
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And the looming rain today did not spoil the Knicks last night, did it?
Oh, got the win.
Oh, what a huge win.
And it's getting closer and closer to a Knicks-Celtics face-off.
We're going to go
excited
at it.
for that. Now the weather this morning, well, I was hoping we would get some more sunshine like yesterday, but we're getting more rain today. But it's temporary. We got more sun tomorrow and Friday. But again, today, starting out as you head out the door, well, it's a bit damp as we take a look at conditions out there right now. 59 with light rain at Griffis in Rome. And a live look at downtown Utica, same story. It's a bit damp, wet roads, misty, rainy conditions, overcast skies, and a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We're seeing the same story. We got widespread rain arriving from the south, and this is from low pressure moving up the east coast. And although the rain showers are primarily in the southern valleys and I would say south and east of Utica at this point, the rain coverage will continue to push more and more north and east. And so for the day today, a bit of a washout for the morning. Rain showers, temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s. Following this afternoon, we'll dry out a little bit this evening. We've got dry weather in store for most of tomorrow and all of Friday. And then we have a look at that weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. At least 8 people are dead and dozens of others.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Today is going to be feeling a lot more like a late April day than a late July day that we saw yesterday. But a live look at our Cavity Tower camera in Deerfield. We're looking at primarily overcast skies, misty conditions, patchy fog, and light rain. But a mild start out there. Temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s in some spots. 58 in Dolgeville, Little Falls, 54 inlet, 57 in Deansboro. To the south, temperatures in the 50s, 57 in Hamilton and Cooperstown, 55 degrees in Oneonta. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We are tracking widespread rain to the south and east of Utica, and these rain showers will surge more and more north throughout the late morning and early afternoon, but then the showers will gradually taper off with just mostly cloudy skies and just a few spotty sprinkles and drizzly conditions by the late evening. But how about that rainfall for the next few days? Well, tomorrow, isolated shower possible, dry on Friday. Showers, although trending less likely, are still possible for Saturday. And regarding the rainfall coverage, well, again, isolated showers tomorrow, no rain expected Friday, and if we do see any light drizzle Saturday, it is most likely going to be widespread. Radar and satellite showing low pressure surging up the coast of the northeast, and this is bringing in that widespread rain to the south of us. And on our Skycast, you can see here, this is the general idea of what's going on right now. And as we head throughout the morning, the rain showers will gradually lift up more and more north. And then by the early afternoon, widespread steady rainfall. But by the evening, that rain will dissipate, will dry out with mostly cloudy skies and some patchy drizzle, mostly cloudy tonight. And then by tomorrow, patches of fog and otherwise sunshine moving through as well. Temperatures climbing up into the low to mid 70s. Not too bad of a day tomorrow. Still can't roll out an isolated pop-up shower, primarily north and west of Utica. Beyond that, though, clear skies tomorrow night and then mixture of sun and clouds as we head into Friday. And so for tonight, or today, high 65, rain and clouds. Tonight, a low 54 with mostly cloudy skies. Your 7-day forecast, 70s tomorrow and Friday, 60s on Saturday, trending more dry with some lingering rain, drying out for the most part on Sunday.
News with Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
With a bit of a shaky, wet forecast today.
Yes, shaky forecast because we got a rainy start today. Pretty unsettled afternoon. We dry out a little bit, but we got nicer days ahead.
Wonderful.
So we're going to look forward to that for now. But to start, as we take a look at those current conditions outside, it's currently 61 mild degrees out there with some steady rainfall. So again, it's not too cold. It's not a cold rain, but it's more of a late April rain all across the region. And a live look at downtown Utica, we are of course seeing lots of rain showers over much of central New York at this point. And yeah, just pretty much a rainy and unsettled start to the day. But as you mentioned, things will gradually dry out as we head throughout the late afternoon as this system pushes to the north and the forcing weakens, causing some of these rain showers to taper off a little bit. So for the next 12 hours, still rain showers, a bit of a dreary day, but By 6 p.m., we turn to cloudy, overcast skies, maybe a few patches of some light drizzle here and there. And then skies remain mostly cloudy tonight. But following today, rain chances, although still present tomorrow, will be a lot less likely. And same thing for Friday, which is looking pretty much entirely dry. We have a look at that Thursday and Friday forecast, plus a preview of the weekend, and that full forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Brian Howard, the driver of
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. It's been a rainy day out there today, to put it lightly, and taking a live look right back outside from our Cavi Tower camera overlooking the Utica region. Still a bit hard to see. We got low level clouds, overcast skies, and light to moderate rainfall falling over much of the region. In fact, across all of upstate New York, it's cloudy and pretty average. Temperatures in the 60s. Hamilton currently sitting at 59 degrees. So a mild rain across much of central New York. In fact, a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We have a pocket of some heavier rain showers just to the west of Rome, heading a bit more to the north and to the east at this point. But notice to the south, conditions are drying up a little bit as the forcing from this low pressure system will come to an end later on this afternoon. Speaking of which, the rest of the day today, we're calling for mid-60s for the highs if we're lucky over lots of the region. But the main thing right here is rainfall chances. They're going to continue to decrease. We're not out of the woods with rain for the rest of the evening just yet, but at least the rain showers would be a lot less widespread and maybe pockets of dry air here and there overall. But it is still going to be cloudy for the rest of the day today. And regarding rainfall chances for the next few days, well, tomorrow an isolated shower is possible, but it's not looking to be anywhere near widespread, just unfortunate pop-up showers here and there. Then on Friday, looking to be the driest of the next few days. And then on Saturday, we're dodging a frontal boundary that will begin to weaken before it pushes more and more east. But regardless, rainfall outlook, widespread, isolated, scattered, well, isolated pop-up showers tomorrow, looking completely dry on Friday. Bigger picture, we have low pressure moving up the northeastern coast, and this is going to keep things unsettled for pretty much the rest of the next 1 to 2 hours with widespread rainfall. But then again, it's going to be damp and cloudy with some spotty drizzle here and there as we approach the evening. So here's a look at what's going on right now. Fast forward a few hours, that rain lifts and weakens. And then by tonight, we're under mostly cloudy skies, temperatures falling down into the 50s. Then by tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds warming up into the upper 60s to as high as the mid 70s with a pop-up shower again, maybe to the north and west of Utica, but not too bad of a day. Clear skies move in again tomorrow night, and a mix of sunshine and clouds once more for Friday. Well, things are looking almost entirely dry and temperatures in the 70s, so a great way to wrap up the work week. For today, though, high 65, rain and clouds. Tonight, a low 54 under mostly cloudy skies. Your 7-day forecast. The weekend, it's trending a little bit more dry with cloudy skies Saturday, and then some light rain possibly in the early morning. But so far, the best chance of seeing rain on Saturday, drying out on Sunday and into Monday and Tuesday. But overall, it's pretty warm, heading into 70s as we enter the downward stretch to summer.
And we can hear the rain coming down pretty hard right now here.
Oh yeah, a little rainy.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. Brand new this noon, a well-known American. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. And Eric, as we mentioned earlier, quite a damp day out there, and it's going to be for quite a while today.
Yeah, that's right. It was a rainy start, rainy afternoon. So far, we got widespread showers over much of the region. However, by this evening and tonight, things will start to dry out. We'll enter possibly a dry stretch as we head into the next few days. Yes. And again, taking a live look at the radar, here's how the showers are shaping up. As we mentioned this morning, rain would be moving more and more northward, and now we are starting to see them at this point as we take a look pretty much for most areas north and west of Utica heading to Rome. The yellows indicating light to moderate rainfall at this point. And taking a live look at Oneonta, a same story in the southern valleys. Temperatures upper 50s, struggling to reach the 60-degree mark in what is still a pretty dreary and damp day. Temperatures across the region haven't really warmed up too much, only a few degrees since this morning. In fact, Westernville only up 2 degrees, Westmoreland up to 62 at this point. North Country still in the upper 50s, low 60s. Same thing for the southern valleys, temperatures upper 50s, low 60s. And that's pretty much as warm as we get today. Following that, though, as I just mentioned, 4 to 6 p.m., that's when some rain showers will begin to come to an end. Still cloudy skies, overcast, damp, patchy fog, the usual sorts after a very rainy day. But we do enter some dry weather as we head into the next few days. We'll talk about those days in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are learning more about what caused a cargo ship to crash into the Francis.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. It was approaching 80 about 24 hours ago. Now it's barely reaching the low 60s. We take a live look outside. It's a huge contrast weather-wise today with widespread rain across a lot of the region. Live look at our Cavy Tower camera. You can see that pretty much it's been a damp, dreary day from start to pretty much the finish. However, widespread rain will not be as notable as we approach the late evening. But you can see here, temperatures all across central New York and across upstate New York in general are hovering in the 60s with widespread rain. And you can see it in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar as these rain showers continue to surge north. And this is fueled by low pressure, which is moving off the northeastern coast, which following the next few hours will eventually exit the coast and rain will taper off a little bit. Now, temperatures today are struggling to reach maybe the mid-60s. It's still looking to be a bit on the cooler side. Rain chances again will decrease throughout the afternoon and early evening, but the clouds remain persistent. We're looking at overcast skies for the rest of the day today, and rainfall chances, obviously, almost certain for today. It's raining outside right now, but for tomorrow, isolated shower. It's possible, but nowhere near anything widespread like today. In fact, it's trending more on the dry side. You're more likely than not going to see sunshine and clouds in the shower. Thursday, the driest of the next few, and then on Saturday, frontal boundary weakens over our area. We're going to still fine-tune exactly how much rain we see from this, but my gut feeling says this is going to weaken and maybe some light sprinkles and showers, if that. But radar and satellite is showing low pressure again, moving up the northeastern coast, and you can see the extent of that rain band heading up to the northeast. But this is about as far north as it gets, because as we turn our attention to the next 6 hours, watch this rain push to the north and then weaken. And by this evening, we've got mostly cloudy skies, some patchy light drizzle, and temperatures still in the upper 50s, low 60s. Then mostly cloudy tonight. We dry out with patchy fog, and by tomorrow, it's actually shaping up to be pretty nice. Aside from a pop-up shower primarily north and west of Utica, we've got sunshine mixed with clouds and temperatures rising into the low to mid 70s. Then clear skies tomorrow night. A return to sun and clouds Friday. Friday also looking a bit more on the dry side. And overall, pretty nice end to the work week. And for today, though, high 65, rain and clouds. By tonight, a low of 54 under mostly cloudy skies. Your 7-day forecast. Following Friday into the weekend, Saturday, it's trending, it's going to be cloudy. That's our main focus, but it's trending a little bit more dry. But for Sunday, that's also looking more dry than Saturday, the better of the 2 weekend days at this point. And regardless, high pressure moves in Monday and Tuesday. We warm up into the mid 70s by next week. So hopefully that dry weather maybe moves a day in advance and we get a completely dry weekend. But so far, I think the streak of a rain Saturday continues.
Things to look forward to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, possibly.
Yes, nice weather for that.
Yeah, Eric, thanks. Well, now to a growing mystery at sea. Previous
News with Kristen Copeland and Jason Palace.
widespread rain and cloudy skies. I guess our little taste of summer is over for a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to dry out tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis is tracking from the Weather Center.
Yeah, it's just kind of a dreary day today, but looking ahead, there's a lot to be optimistic about. If you're looking for sunshine, warmer weather, it looks like things are trending your way. Let's take a look at what's going on out there this evening, though. It is wet, as expected, a cool, dreary day. Temperatures are in the 60s, and again, this rain is going to linger throughout the rest of this evening, ending in some drizzle and patchy fog tonight. Our current temperature is 64 degrees. Again, it is a cool day, but this isn't as cool as it would be if it was a few weeks ago. We're tracking, again, the end of rain tonight, some patchy fog, and warmer and drier conditions. In fact, a dry stretch of weather is expected for the most part, with just a couple of rain chances ahead, one of those being on Saturday, but even then, it is looking a little bit less wet compared to what we were seeing earlier this week. Again, this evening, drizzle, patchy fog, temperatures in the 50s and low 60s. Got to look at that extended forecast coming out. Back over to you.
A 26-year-old man is facing at least...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
A dreary day across Central New York. We're continuing to track widespread, generally light rain. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We'll be in the thick of this as we head into this evening, but in general, the rain will become lighter as we head throughout this evening and tonight. Watch out for some patchy fog. Kind of a dreary day, so let's kind of change things up for just a second and put some smiles on some faces. This is the second grade class from Deerfield. Got a chance to visit Deerfield Elementary School today and talk to them about weather. They were very excited to talk about weather, and a very popular question, one of my favorite parts of my job. They wanted to know what that was, and my answer is just every day is different. You walk in, the weather can be, well, like this, but then the next day could be nice and sunny, and it always keeps the job interesting. Current temperature downtown Utica, 62 degrees. Again, dreary conditions, but looking ahead, our weather is going to look a lot nicer. In fact, looking to do some yard work. The next couple of days will be pretty decent. There's been a noticeable drying trend here, so we've upgraded Saturday to a maybe. Earlier in the week, it looked like Saturday was trending towards a day like today, but things are starting to look a little bit brighter for Saturday, too. Temperatures across the area, again, with the rain, we're in the low 60s. Dolgeville, Little Falls, 62 degrees. Lake Pleasant, 60. Across Southern Valleys, 63 in Hamilton, 61 in Oneonta, and Cooperstown with 62. Widespread showers continue this evening, but what's causing this area of low pressure will be gradually turning to the east, and it's going to be part of our weather tomorrow, bringing us some clouds, but we're going to be on the fringe of it. So we'll experience an improvement in our weather with winds coming in from the east. Tonight, patchy fog and drizzle. Overnight lows drop down into the low to mid 50s. Tomorrow, it's a generally pleasant day. We'll start out with clouds. We should see some peaks of sunshine. And while I can't rule out a passing shower, it should be very brief and isolated. Temperatures look to climb into the low 70s. The weather remains generally dry tomorrow night, and Friday looks warmer. Partly sunny, high temperatures in the mid 70s. Tonight, patchy fog, a low of 54. Tomorrow, we're looking at partly sunny skies and isolated shower, temperatures in the low to mid 70s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, 76 Wednesday. And again, it looks like it's going to stay generally pleasant over the weekend. There's still the chance of a shower on Saturday, but it looks to last not the whole day. Temperatures in the low 70s. And then next week, we're getting warm again. Temperatures pushing the upper 70s Monday and Tuesday.
Good deal, Bill. Thank you.
Large swaths of...
Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
We are tracking rainfall totals so far. This is a look at some totals from New York State Mesonet. The totals range from as low as 1,700 of an inch of Old Forge to almost an inch of rainfall in Herkimer. It's been steady throughout most of the day, but these totals, it's a soaking rain, but it's not a really heavy rainfall, so we're not concerned about any localized flooding. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, the rain continues this evening, but like most of the day, it's light and generally steady throughout this evening as well as early tonight. Temperatures are going to warm up over the next several days. They're going to be in the 70s for the most part. In fact, we'll be close to 80 degrees as we head into early next week. So warmer, brighter, sunnier days are ahead. This evening, you want to keep the umbrella handy if you're going to take the dog out for a walk. Temperatures will be in the low 60s. Tonight's featured dog, Ranger from Rome. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Again, tracking some wet weather. I'll let you know when things improve. A look at the forecasts coming up. Kristen, back to you.
New York State's burn ban.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're continuing to track some widespread light rain showers across the region. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Tonight, the weather looks to be pretty much a washout. Some patchy fog is expected. Just be careful of that, especially after sunset. This rain will continue for the next couple of hours. In general, things are going to dry out as we head into tonight, and the weather looks nicer for tomorrow. Current temperature downtown Utica, 62 degrees, overcast skies. This has been pretty much the whole day. We've been seeing some on and off rain showers throughout, and it makes it tough if you're trying to get some yard work done. Today was a no-go, but you have opportunities over the next couple of days to get some stuff done. A reminder, too, we are not completely done with the possibility of frost. Even though there's no frost in the next 7 days in the forecast, we are still on the fringe of the frost season here, especially the outlying areas. The Mohawk Valley, if you really want a chance that you might be able to get away with planting now, because our final frost usually happens at about this time. But to be on the safe side, we're just recommending people wait until Memorial Day weekend to start planting. For those of you living in the Adirondacks, Memorial Day weekend isn't late enough. You usually have to wait until early June. Skywatchers checking in across the region. It's just a cool, dreary day. Clinton 63, Barneveld at 61. Across the Mohawk Valley, Jeff in Mohawk 63, Curtis 59, Westford 61, and Worcester checking in with 62. Low pressure continuing to drive our weather today. This center of low pressure is approaching the Atlantic, so this becomes a nor'easter. Remember, a nor'easter is not just a snowmaker. It's the name given to low pressure off the Atlantic coast in any season, and this will be an entirely rainmaker here. This area of low pressure, this nor'easter, will sit off the coast tomorrow, and it'll move to the south enough so that our weather looks to generally improve locally. Tonight, rain comes to an end. Watch out for patchy fog. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. Tomorrow, breaks of sunshine. While I can't rule out a passing shower in the afternoon, I think it's pretty isolated, so most of the day looks nice, and it does look warmer. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. On Friday, that area of low pressure will head to the east, and behind it, drier conditions, sunshine temperatures in the mid-70s. Patchy fog tonight, a low of 54. Rain does come to an end. Tomorrow, a generally nice day, partly sunny. Again, an isolated shower is possible. Otherwise, it's a lot nicer than today. 76 on Friday, mostly cloudy. On Saturday, the trend is warmer and less wet. There's still the chance of a shower, but temperatures look to climb into the low 70s. Partly sunny on Sunday, 75, into the upper 70s Monday and Tuesday, with some showers and thunderstorms possible on Wednesday. We'll be right back.
With Kristen Copeland and Jason Pallas.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to start tonight in the Weather Center. Widespread rain today, no doubt about it. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It was a dreary day.
True, but we will dry out tomorrow. At least that's what the chief says. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, we are tracking some nicer weather ahead. As expected, just a gloomy day today. Widespread rain, and it continues out there. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. If you're hoping that things might have improved by the end of the day, it looks like this is going to be around well past sunset. We'll see some patchy fog develop too. And because of the rain, temperatures are on the cooler side, 62. Although if this was just a couple of weeks ago, well, we would likely have been in the 50s. Patchy fog overnight. Looking ahead, it's warming up and drying out beginning Thursday, and this dry weather may last into most of the weekend and beyond. There's a noticeable warming trend and a drying trend in the forecast. Rainfall totals today looked to be about ½ an inch across the region, and As we head into tonight, we're expecting temperatures to remain in the 50s. We're tracking some drier weather ahead. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A 26-year-old man is facing it.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track widespread rain across central New York. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This rain will continue throughout the course of this evening as well as early tonight. Things will gradually wind down. We'll get a chance to dry out as we get into tomorrow morning. There's also expected to be some patchy fog with this, especially after sunset. So be aware of that if you're going to be traveling around the area as we get into this evening. Wanted to give a shout out to the second grade class. I'll step out of the shot so we can get all their smiling faces. This is Deerfield Elementary School. Got a chance to visit them today. They had a lot of interesting questions. They wanted to know what I liked best about my job. And I told them every day is a little different. That's the nice thing about the weather. It changes a lot. Some days can be a little more interesting than others. Some days can be a little more frustrating than others, right? Current temperature is 62 degrees, definitely an indoor day, cloud showers, a live look in downtown Utica. If you are trying to get some yard work done, the weather looks better over the next couple of days. I think Thursday and Friday you should be able to get some stuff done. On Saturday, this goes down as a maybe, which is a lot better than it looked like earlier this week. Saturday's been trending drier and warmer. We thought Saturday was going to play out like today earlier in the week, but it looks like it could be a little bit nicer. A reminder, as you are working on the yard and maybe getting the garden ready, it's still early to plant. I know it's the middle of May for the Mohawk Valley, and while we don't see frost in the extended outlook, I would still wait until Memorial Day weekend. It's not that far away. But if you really want to get a jump start, the Mohawk Valley is maybe the place to do it. I would wait if you live in the higher elevations north and south because it takes longer to get away from frost. In fact, early June is usually the last frost date for the Adirondacks. Our Skywatchers, 63 in Clinton, Barneveld at 61, Curtis 59, Skinevus with 64. Temperatures on the cooler side across most of the area. Low pressure develops to the south and moves in as a nor'easter. It's low pressure along the Atlantic coast. This can happen any time of the year, and they're not all snow producers. This one produces some light rain showers tonight. Things dry out overnight. Temperatures drop down into the mid-50s. That nor'easter will drift to the south and east tomorrow. We'll be on the northern fringe of this, which means it's generally dry, a bit breezy, and we could see an isolated sprinkle, but not much more than that. The weather does look to improve as we head into Friday. Tonight, patchy fog, a low of 54. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, an isolated shower, a high of 75. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Friday, temperatures in the mid-70s. Saturday, again, trending warmer. Now looks like we'll make it into the low 70s. Still a chance of a shower, but better than it looked earlier in the week. Sunday, dry, 75. We're close to 80 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. This is hilarious.
Yeah, Margaret capturing what we're calling Chiposaurus, which I think is funny. Like, how did this chipmunk get in here? They just they find a way.
They find a way, yes.
Which means they can find a way out too. So
exactly.
hopefully it'll be, this little critter will be able to figure this out. But anyway, we're talking about some pretty quiet weather here as we head into tomorrow. We do get a chance to dry out. It's been a pretty dreary day. Temperatures were only in the 60s today. So look at rainfall totals over the past 24 hours from New York State Mesonet. Highest totals in Herkimer County, almost an inch of rain, a half an inch of rain in Springfield, as well as close to a half an inch in Brookfield. Old Forge had the least amount of rain in our area, picking up just shy of 0.2 of an inch. Cloudy skies this evening, a current temperature of 60 degrees. We could see some patchy fog overnight. There's still a few lingering showers, but they're generally heading to the east. And again, the rain does come to an end tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s with patchy fog. We're tracking a couple of nice days ahead and a warming trend as well. I'll look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, 228 news.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking a few very light showers, sprinkles, drizzle, patchy fog this evening. A live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This activity has been going on for most of the day, and it is winding down. So we will see some improvements in the weather as we head into tomorrow. The live look in downtown Utica, low clouds, patchy fog, wet roads, the temperature of 59 degrees. Temperatures don't cool off very much tonight due to the cloud cover. Looking to get some yard work done. The next couple of days will give you opportunities. I think even Saturday may be an okay day. We're tracking the weather for Saturday. It's been trending less wet. Earlier in the week, it looked like Saturday would be like today, where it's cloudy and wet the whole day, but it's looking more like showers and maybe a few breaks of sunshine. We'll see if that weather continues. For those of you eager to get the garden started in the Mohawk Valley, this is the time of the year where we typically have the last frost, and I don't see it in the extended forecast, so we might be okay planting here. But if you live in the outlying areas, you're going to want to wait another week to week and a half. That brings us to Memorial Day weekend, which is the traditional time to plant. For those of you in the Adirondacks, you're going to want to wait longer than Memorial Day. It's typically early June where we see the last frost of the season. So yeah, we live in a very complex climate across the area where some places tend to get still pretty cold at night this late into the season. As we look at the radar and satellite image again, tracking showers today, all caused by an area of low pressure, which will be sitting to the south of us tomorrow, but it will be weakening. And it continues to bring some clouds to our area, but again, the weather looks generally dry tomorrow. Tonight, cloudy skies, overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. Tomorrow, breaks of sunshine expected. That low will be to our south, so we'll have a light east wind throughout the day. It's not going to be all that strong, but it will be noticeable. Temperatures climb into the 70s. We could see an isolated shower tomorrow afternoon, but I think that's about it. Tomorrow night, looking at generally dry weather. Mostly clear skies heading into Friday. We should see some sunshine. Temperatures climb into the mid-70s. Tonight, patchy fog, a low of 54. Tomorrow, a generally nice day, a lot warmer than today with a few breaks of sunshine. 75 for the high. Again, an isolated shower is possible, and that's mainly in the afternoon. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Dry Friday, 76. Chance of a shower Saturday, 73. It looks warm next week. Temperatures in the mid-70s Sunday. Sunshine close to 80. Looking ahead to Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll be right back.
Time now for a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. This kills me. I love this picture.
This is Chiposaurus. This picture from Margaret. Sneaking into the bird feeder. They find a way to get into things, don't they?
But the good news is they can get out.
They'll be able to get out.
Yeah.
This is just a fun picture here for you. On kind of a dreary weather day, we need something to distract us from the rain, the clouds. Well, I do have some good news here. The weather does look to improve as we look ahead. We're still dealing with all that rain that we saw today. This is a look at rainfall totals from New York State Mesonet. Many areas picking up ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Colebrook, one of the wetter spots, with 85/100ths of an inch. 0.8 of an inch in Herkimer, ½ an inch in Springfield, and just under 0.2 of an inch of rain, the lowest measurement in Old Forge. Current temperature is 59 degrees. We're looking at some patchy fog rolling into the area, especially in areas that tend to deal with this more often than not. So we take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Sprinkles coming to an end. We do get a chance to dry out tonight, but again, watch out for some of that patchy fog. That'll last through early tomorrow morning. Tracking some sunshine, some warmer temperatures ahead. Look at the forecast that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, 228.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and tonight the rain has finally come to an end. We're seeing some patchy fog in places which will last into tomorrow morning. Be on the lookout for that as you're heading out, especially if you're heading out early tomorrow. Current temperature 59 degrees, just kind of a dreary evening here in downtown Utica. We've been dealing with rain for most of the day. If you need to do yard work tomorrow, the weather does look nicer. We should get a chance to dry out. Friday looks dry. Saturday, we're putting that down as a maybe, but even here, that's an improvement. Earlier this week, the forecast for Saturday looked pretty similar to today. We were thinking more rain and more of that all-day rain, but instead, some of the latest information is indicating that Saturday will be seeing just a few showers along with temperatures in the 70s. With the warm weather ahead, the overnight lows falling into the 50s, I know there's a lot of folks that are itching to plant their garden, and it's right about now that we're seeing the last typical frost of the season for the Mohawk Valley. So if you want to plant in the Mohawk Valley, you're probably going to be okay. We will probably be able to avoid frost. But the higher elevations, the outlying spots, it's still possible for this to happen in late May. You might want to wait another week or two. The golden rule around here is wait until Memorial Day weekend. But even then, those of you that live in the Adirondacks may want to wait later. We live in a very complex climate, with some places taking a lot longer to warm up than others. So you look at the radar and satellite image, cloudy skies, dreary conditions today. Low pressure to the south will continue to influence our weather. This will head to the east and weaken, and left behind just a few sprinkles here for tomorrow afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy, patchy fog, overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. On tomorrow, we're looking at a pretty decent day. I think we'll get some breaks in the overcast. I can't rule out a few passing showers in the afternoon, but they shouldn't last for very long, and they should be pretty isolated. On Friday, it's sunshine across the area, followed by clouds, dry. Temperatures climb into the mid-70s. Patchy fog tonight, low of 54. Get a pretty nice day tomorrow. Again, can't rule out that isolated shower in the afternoon, a high of 75. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, 76 Friday, mostly cloudy. Saturday, the chance of a shower is 73. It looks warm next week. Sunshine on Sunday, 75, close to 80 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll be right back.